What is going on? Hello, Forza Milan, Forza Milan. Short live today. Just going to talk about some of the new potential targets as we get closer to the calcio mercato. That moment is coming, and I'm sure that the Milan management is looking at potential operations. So, some interesting things have come out today. One, it has been reported that Sportiello from Atalanta, that second goalkeeper, it is basically down to the last details, and it looks like Milan will be signing the Atalanta goalkeeper by the summer, and they will not be renewing Tato Rusano's contract, which expires during the summer. So it looks like Milan is going to be going in towards that direction. I think that is an excellent signing. So far, very good with that. We definitely need to reinforce that goalkeeping department. That is not even a question. So it is a very good, promising signing. Now, another player that came out today, just an article, an interesting article here from Mediaset, is regarding Mr. Zaniolo. AS Roma star Nicolo Zaniolo still appears to have a very uncertain future, having been linked with AC Milan repeatedly in the summer. As has been reported by Sport Mediaset, the Italian attacker appears to have all options open to him, which include a new Roma contract, a January departure, or a move in the summer. So it looks like that Zaniolo's future is still to be decided. Um, it could go anywhere. My speculation was Juventus, but now I think with the Juventus's situation, maybe there's an advantage over that there. So it says Zaniolo was linked heavily with Milan in the summer, but it seemed that the Rossoneri did not want to part with the money that it would have costed to sign Zaniolo. In the summer, Zaniolo was quite expensive. The closer that Zaniolo contracts gets to being over, the lower his price becomes, and it seems that Milan are still monitoring the situation ahead of the possible swoop. They're not the only ones, though. Juventus in the picture too, along with Tottenham Hotspur. Roma would like to sign him to a new contract, but aware of the interest of his injury record. Yes, I think Nathan was the one that made a good point that Zaniolo's injuries are not muscle injuries. Therefore, it's not a matter of being recurring injuries. These are more like random injuries that just happen, to your tendons. Zaniolo so far this season, anomalous season so far for the Roma players in general, especially the Roma attackers. Roma is not scoring any goals. Abraham only has 2 goals. They're really, really, really fishing for goals. So I think that I don't think this is a good season to be judging the performance of the Roma strikers. Let's look at Zaniolo's card sheet for a minute. But one thing about Zaniolo that we can definitely look at is even though he did not have a great season as far as numbers goes in Serie A last season, he did have a very good season in Europe where he accumulated 11 goals participations plus 6 more in Serie A. So a total of 16, 17 goal contributions uh, last season. And, you know, they culminated in a trophy, a goal in the final, big goals and assists in the semifinals. So it says something that this player does have the ability to be decisive in big games. And then the potential, who knows what the ceiling is because he's still fairly young. Let's look at his SOFA score sheet. Niccolò Zaniolo, 23 years old, forward, plays on the right wing, attacking midfield, and striker. He is valued at 28 million. As you can see, he works mostly on the right side of the field. A lot of it, he can pretty come back down in defense too. Numbers not so great. Total played 11, started 10, 70 minutes per game, 1 goal. and no assists so far. So yeah, just the numbers aren't on his side right now. He is in the Euro, right? In the Europa League. So let's see what his Europa League numbers look like. One goal in Europa League and one assist in Europa League out of three total played, two started. It seems like he has an affinity for the European stage. He seems to do better on the European stage than the domestic stage, which is quite strange. It's a nice little thing. Cons, in my opinion, is his disciplinary record, not so much as injuries. I'm not too worried about his injuries. For me, like if there's one thing that I would say that he needs to definitely improve on is his discipline situations because his red cards numbers are really high. Um, but Nicolo Zaniolo would definitely be welcome at AC Milan. There's no doubt about that. He'd definitely be welcome at AC Milan. Let's see if Milan can land the guy. We will find out. We will definitely be finding out. Um, so, what could he bring to Milan? That's the question. What can he bring to Milan? So let's go to not that to this. Mm, 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 mm. One thing about him is he's definitely physically very strong. Physically very strong. Left-footed, tall, 190, 6.3. You know, he's got weight on him, 79 kilograms, so muscle weight. Weaknesses here it says injuries and discipline. I don't know about the injuries. Maybe it is that maybe injuries is a problem, but I'm not too sure about it just yet. I'm not too sure. I'm not convinced that is a real issue for Zaniolo. Let's let this go for a little bit. In the meantime, let me say hi to chat. Guys, it's going to be a short live today. We need Zaniolo and Milan. I agree. Anything is an upgrade to Ibrahim Diaz. Forza Milan, Orlando Santos. I will go for Zaniolo India of the week. Absolutely. Hola, Christian. Hola, what's good? Haitian Montana. How you doing, my man? Jamal. What is up? What is up? Andon, how you doing, my man? Anything? Yep. So let's look at this. Let's just not too long. Let's just a few minutes. Let's kind of remember what kind of player he can, what he can bring, what he could bring. Um, he definitely has that physical presence, and he can run into space with energy. It's and he's got good feet. He's got good feet. He's had some very good performances also with the national team. One thing about him that I think is similar to Leao, this was a goal in the final. This was a goal he scored in the final. One thing that I think is very similar to Leao is that his ability to play with a squad definitely needs work. It's not, top. It's not top notch. It's more so what is really. But I've seen him also 2 seasons ago do some really awesome stuff. Um, it's an addition of quality. It would be an addition of quality, an addition of muscle, an addition of speed, an addition of attacking prowess. Definitely not a prolific scorer, but just another quality piece to be added to the chessboard. So let's see what happens with Zaniolo. Let's see what happens with him. I think this. I I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan, and let's see. The thing about this club currently is that, if you have an Italian name, you are not looked at. You're pretty much discriminated against. So that is one of the things about this club right now. It's not looking in Italy at all. This club is would rather go to Mars to look for players rather than look at the players that they have in the backyard. But nonetheless, Zaniolo's contract is expiring. He is an option for Milan. Milan, the reports have been claiming that Milan has been looking at him. I don't see why they aren't. I hope that maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. We shall see. But anyway, Zaniolo is one of those players that could potentially join Milan. We shall find out in the near future. What's up? What's up? How you doing? How you doing? Hi, and on. See anything new for Milan? Nothing yet. Maybe this week we'll find out. We shall find out. There's no talks of contracts regarding Leao or Benacer. Just heard. Yes, Camarda. Camarda is working with the Primavera, so he's definitely moving up the ranks. But let's be patient with Camarda. Still, he's only. I read today that he's 14. Like, we still have to wait a few years before we even see him with the seniors. Benacer hasn't been back to training, right? I think he is on holiday. Zaniolo playing in the right wing, Lau on the left would be lit. Absolutely, I think so. I think it'd be a really good. And one thing, because going back to his heat map, going back to Nicolo Zaniolo's heat map, let's actually go back to that. He definitely provides the balance. He definitely provides the balance. If you can see here, he definitely does the work in this area, and that is very important. Balance is such an important aspect of the game. You can't avoid that. Actually, let me see what Leao's heat map looks like. It probably is very similar. Let's see. Just a little bit more focused on this area, but it's not that different, to be honest with you. Just a little bit more focus on this area. As far as how deep down he goes, Zaniolo had maybe a little bit deeper down here, but it's not that different. Um, it's an interesting prospect. Zaniolo would be an interesting prospect. By the way, Leao, 14 played, 12 started, 72 minutes per game, goals 6, assists 4 in the Serie A. And he said he's waiting for more. Look at this, 81 million. 81 million. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Also 23 years old. And he is going to be 24 in June. Going back to Zaniolo, Zaniolo is going to be 24 in July. So they're pretty much the same age. Yes, if Milan can land this player, this would be this can be definitely a very good signing. Other signing is again Ziyech. Ziyech is the other guy that a nice article came. Well, I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. Rai news journalist says he is 99% sure Ziyech is coming to Milan. This is what he says. Speaking during an interview with one station Radio Sport witness, Rai journalist Ciro Venerato offered his thoughts on the future of Ziyech, who has been very impressive for Morocco during the 2022 Qatar World Cup. His side are into the quarterfinals of the tournament after knocking Spain out of penalties. He's had very little game time at Chelsea since Graham Potter became the coach. That is why it is widely assumed that he will be on the move either in January or in the summer. at the latest. And Benerato seems to think that there is a very high chance that he will be headed to AC Milan. He says, the Rossoneri are afraid of losing out, but in January we will need to understand what to do with Charles de Kettler and whether we continue to trust him. However, the Ziyech deal with Chelsea will 99% go through. So he is quite confident about this. I don't know what his sources are. I don't know what his inside knowledge is. Ziyech has been heavily linked to Milan. There's one player that I definitely see moving in January. It definitely is Ziyech. I don't see why Ziyech would stay at Chelsea for another 6 months where he's going to just rot on the bench, barely play, especially after where, he's coming off of a good World Cup. But it's easy to be a starter in Morocco when you're Morocco's best player. But it's not easy to be a starter in Chelsea, where Chelsea has different ideas, different concepts of football, and they have different players to play on that right. They have players that they put in front of Ziyech. So I think this one is very probable, possible. And to me, looking at a Milan with a Ziyech on the right side is, to me, is a strong Milan. Even if we can get him on loan up until June, up until the summer, it doesn't necessarily have, like, my ideas. Like, it doesn't even necessarily have to be a straight up purchase. It can be just a loan. Same thing goes for various players that are looking to move around. You have Depay in Barcelona, who is a very good player, and he's looking to make a move. So Milan does have these options to get these players that have a certain level of experience, a certain level of talent, a certain level of ability to, manage pressures better than youngsters. So. I don't see why Milan would not go all in with Ziyech at this point, at least for the loan, so we can solidify the qualitative aspect of a team in this next second half, especially because we got to play against Tottenham. Against Tottenham, having a Ziyech would be nice, would be a solution that we don't have. Um, let's see what Milan does. I think Milan is going to operate in the winter mercato. I don't think it's going to be a dry winter. I think there is going to be some moves are going to be done. Now, of course, everybody is just speculating here. Nobody here has a crystal ball. But we can make speculations based on logistical situations. We can make speculations based on what is going on right now with Milan and with the things that need to happen. Um, I definitely see Ziyech as a potential, as the most probable signing of January. I see him being the most probable signing of January. Now, what does Ziyech bring to this team? What does Ziyech bring to this team? He brings quality. He brings quality, and that's it. He's definitely not going to bring uh, work rate. That is not going to happen. He's not going to bring. He is not going to bring. Pressure and that kind of personality on the field. What he brings is just a really crazy, wicked, good left foot. That's what he brings. Just a crazy, good, wicked left foot. And if he can go back to these kind of performances where SofaScore gave him an 8.10, I mean, look at that. Look at that heat map. That heat map is insane. Um, 6 goals and 12 assists. If he can get back to these kind of numbers that he was doing in the Eredivisie, right? Like, look at SofaScore, 8.34. Those are crazy numbers. And look at how he covers the field here. In this season, 29 played, 29 started, 16 goals, 13 assists. So he has it. He has it in his DNA. He has the ability to do this. 8.6, crazy heat map, 9 goals, 15 assists. If he can bring this to Milan, then we have, at least for the reminder of the season, then we have a very interesting player that can really help us, especially now because quality is the key right now. Right now in Serie A, quality is the key, and also quality is the key in in a lot of situations. So far this season, he has only played 5 games in the Premier League, started one, 0 goals, no assists. This man is on the move. This man is moving in January. This man is not staying at Chelsea in January. Last season, he played 23, started 14. That's less than okay. It's not terrible, but it's not. It's basically 4 goals. He had 4 goals, and he had 3 assists. And the season before that, he played 23, started 15, 2 goals, and 3 assists. So obviously, England is not the place for him. England is not the place for Ziyech. I think Italy would suit Ziyech. Italy would suit Ziyech very well. So I see this potentially happening, and I would like to see this happen actually at this point, because something needs to be done. We definitely need to make some moves. We definitely need to shake up the locker room a little bit. We got to put some fire up the ass of our players. They need to get out of this celebratory mood. They need to start to focus, and by bringing in some heavy duty competition in the locker room can only but motivate them to do more. So these are the 3 players: Sportiello, Zaniolo, and Ziyech, that are the most interesting players. Then, of course, there is uh, this the Polish defender that we also looked at during the summer. Milan was linked to him during the summer. We did a little bit of a expose on him as well, EQR or something like that, whatever his name is. I mean, I'm not too worried about our defense. The last thing I'm worrying about is Milan's defense. I think we're very covered in defense, and we look pretty good defensively. I'm really happy with Chow. That's a fantastic signing. But this is the guy that La Nazione says the Polish defender was arguably their player of the tournament before they were knocked out of the round of 16 by France. The Spezia man was a mainstay at the back for Poland, and it has alerted some clubs outside of Italy to his presence, as well as some more with Serie A. Milan have been linked with Q-War since last summer and are very serious about making him a part of the squad in the near future. With Napoli, Juve, Roma, and West Ham United from the Premier League will show some serious interest. The price seems to have risen to at least 20 million, but to sign the player, it may well take more than that. Yeah, last thing I want to hear right now is defenders. I don't give a flying crap about the defenders joining AC Milan. We are more than covered as far as defense goes. There's an excess amount of defenders. Let's focus on that attack and third. Let's focus on quality. We need quality. We need genius. We need someone that can slow down the game in the last attack and third. This report here was interesting. Was it this one? No, but there was another report here regarding Dest that it looks like suggesting that Milan is going to ask for a discount on Dest, but Milan is not going to be spending 20 million on Dest. So Dest might most likely be going back. I definitely do not see Milan spending a huge chunk of their budget this summer on what you call it, on Dest. I definitely do not see that. AC Milan getting their latest offer ready as they hope to reach an agreement over the renewal of Rafael Leao. Nicolo Ceccarini from TMW writes that Leao is focused on going on as far as possible in the World Cup. After he is done in Qatar, it will be time to meet with Paolo Maldini and Ricky Massari to talk about his renewal. Leao's bond with Rossoneri is strong, and he knows that he has become a key pillar of the club. But Chelsea and lately Real Madrid have also shown interest. Real Madrid wants to buy everybody. Everybody. That is why the management intend to convince the player to stay in Milan to build an increasingly successful project together. So the current idea is to offer a contract that could be close to 7 million net per season. If he doesn't choose this, then Leao can go and ruin his career wherever he wants to go. At Chelsea, if he wants to go and be another Ziyech at Chelsea, uh, and you're saying no to 7 million, then go and be another Ziyech at Chelsea, and then in 3 years, when you're sitting on the bench like you are right now, Leao, you're sitting on the bench, Leao, right now in Portugal because coaches look at you, they see you, and they look at and they know that you're not ready. They know that you're not ready to hold the lines down. They know at Milan you're being treated like a little prince. You're being treated like you're being given the freedom to do whatever the hell you want. It's not going to be like that now in other clubs. So if you don't say yes to 7 million, then screw you. Honestly, screw you. And I don't give a fuck if you ruin your career elsewhere. I really don't. This is seen by Milan and Massara as a significant effort to extend Leao's contract, which expires in June 2024. But the issue of the compensation owed to Sporting CP remains and certainly cannot be underestimated. Yeah, everything, all things that we know. But if 7 million is what Milan is offering, and he says no to that, then screw this guy. Screw this guy. I hope he fucking breaks a leg. I hope he fucking breaks a leg because I don't know what the fuck he wants. Milan is giving him 7 million plus. They're going to build a team around him. They're going to treat him as the star. He's going to be the center of attention. They're giving him the keys of a damn castle. If he says no to that, then go fuck yourself. Let me just put it this way: go fuck yourself. We've given you everything. We've given you support. We've given you love. We've given you the keys of the house. We're giving you a lot of money. We're telling you we're going to build a team around you. You're going to be the center of a project. There's no other team that can offer you that. But if you want to go and fucking England just because you want to have an extra Lamborghini in your garage, fuck you. Fuck you. That's what I got to say. Pardon my French. Yeah, and Milan reported close to signing Noah Riviere. This is a young French guy. We saw him earlier during the week, but it's the youth. It's the youth system. It's the youth system. All right, let's go back to chat. Oh my God, you're right. Milan plays tomorrow. That's true. Milan is playing tomorrow. It's going to be fun to watch. That's not true. They're getting Sportiello, who is Italian. Sportiello is a great signing. It looks like that's happening. I really hope it does. Who's the starting lineup tomorrow? We were going to find out. Chow and Ali have been bonding with, which sucks because Ali never gets playing time. Mike might start. That'd be good to see Mike Magnan. That'd be excellent to see Mike Magnan. In defense, something like Chow, Kalulu tomorrow, and left back from Primavera. Kubis, maybe. Maybe we get to see Kubis tomorrow. That could be interesting. Maybe Tonali ranks Ali in midfield and attacker Rigi Rebic Messias. Yeah, probably. I'd love to see Ali in action. Definitely like to see Ali in action. I think also Calabria might play a little bit. I think he is back. Salamakers, I think he's just started training with the group. I don't know if he's going to be available. We're probably going to see some of the youngsters from the Primavera, maybe Chaka Toure. We're probably going to see Chaka Toure. It should be interesting. Maybe Alesi. Alesi's been looking very good. El Elal, I think his name is. So it should be an interesting game tomorrow. Definitely should be quite an interesting game. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Contrast between Milan and Inter starts. And by the way, there was another report suggesting that Giroud wants a pay rise. Giroud now wants a pay rise. I mean, Giroud is about to be a grandfather and he wants a pay rise. I don't know what the hell is going on with that. Okay, let's see. Milan's full schedule here. The games get underway on Thursday when Milan take Lumezzane at the Milanello Sports Center. They're currently top of Group B in Serie D. On Saturday, the team will depart for United Arab Emirates for the Dubai Super Cup. That is where on December 13th, the Diavolo will face Arsenal before then playing against Liverpool on December 16th. Then return to Italy December 20th and December 30th. A match against PSV Eindhoven awaits the players. Ooh, guys. Guys. This is very exciting. You know who plays in PSV Eindhoven? Do you guys know who plays in PSV Eindhoven? Does anybody know? Mamma mia, guys. We have a potential GOAT playing in PSV Eindhoven, Bakayoko. So we might see Jehan Bakayoko play against Milan. We might see him in person, and who knows? Maybe Milan can use that opportunity to cut a deal or something, or I don't know what. But if in the end Jeon Bakayoko comes to Milan, I don't care if it takes him 2 or 3 years before he gets to play at his full. It's worth the wait. It is 100% worth the wait. Um, a player with that kind of technique is probably going to take much less, but that is interesting. I'm very interested to see in that. Lazetic hat trick. Oh yeah, that's true. We might be seeing Lazetic. The Juventus situation is getting very bad. Actually, it's getting worse and worse every day. It looks like the fire is getting bigger and bigger every day. Is the game free to watch? It should be. I think Andon said it was going to be on Facebook. I think Andon said it was going to be on Facebook. So I'm not sure if we're doing a watch along or what. We will find out. It's probably on YouTube. It's probably going to be on YouTube. I should be sleeping, but fuck it, Origi 20. Maybe if you were sleeping, you'd probably be dreaming of Origi 20 because maybe in your dreams Origi could score. Hey, listen, if Origi scores 20 goals, from now till the end of the season, I am going to stop supporting Italy. I'm going to stop supporting Italy forever if Origi scores 20 goals. So people can be in peace and not hear me talk about Italy all the time. Milan to discuss. Okay, read all of these. Anyway, yeah, it's these. Those are the 3 players I really wanted. You said you'd cut your hair. I could possibly cut my hair. Maybe, yeah. Okay, if Origi scores 20 goals, I'll cut my hair live. From now till the end of the season, he needs to score 20 goals in Serie A. He needs to score 20 goals in Serie A, not 20 goals in all competitions. 20 goals in Serie A. If he does that, I will cut my hair live. I will cut my hair live if he does that. No problemo whatsoever. No problem. If Broya scores 45 goals in one season, I'll cut off my dick live. That's easy, Roy. You'll have to support Belgium as well. I can't. It's all about Broya. Now, we agreed on all comps. I don't think so. I don't think so. But even in all competitions, scoring 20 goals in the second half of the season is such a monumental task. It's a super monumental task. Origi 20 plus 1. How about Origi 20 plus 5? Origi 20 plus 5. The best. The best there is, the best there will ever be. I do hope Origi brings it, though, because we definitely need him coming in the next second half of the season. Coppa Italia starts, so I'm sure he's going to be playing there a lot. we have the Champions League, we have the Serie A, so Origi is definitely going to be a vital player for Milan in these upcoming months. So I really hope he does start, producing. I really do hope he starts producing, and we need him to produce. We really do. We really need him to produce. Okay, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about. Just was three players. It was a very short live today, nothing crazy, but we are going to do some more lives. If he scores five tomorrow in the friendly, it counts. I want to know. I want to know what you're going to say if he doesn't score any goals in the friendly tomorrow. No, but guys, I'm Forza Origi, Forza Origi, Forza Origi. Vai Origi, dai ragazzi. Forza Origi. I am an Origi fan. I want him to do well. Can't wait for Warlord Lyart. Yeah, Lyart is Lyart needs to step it up. Getting Zaniolo would be really perfect, man. He brings quality, pace, and balance, and he knows the league. What else could you ask for? I agree, El Jamal. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens because our main competition, I think, was Juve, but I don't think I think Juve with their situation, they're going to have to, look elsewhere. How's he doing? Boycott? Yeah, he's pretending to boycott the World Cup. Everybody knows that he's not boycotting the World Cup. Everybody knows. By the way, Forza Morocco. Let's go, everybody. Let's support Morocco. Unless you come from one of the countries that is competing, it should be fun. He acts like he's boycotting the World Cup, right? He's acting like he's boycotting the World Cup. All right, guys. Anyway, we will see you tomorrow. We are going to do another live tomorrow, most likely open live. So we will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace out and Forza Milan.